What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Well, this is the finals of YCS Seattle. There are 3,300 plus people watching this duel, and we have Noah Greene. He's looking to cash in on history. He would be the third player ever, if he happens to win this match, to win the North American WCQ and also win a YCS. Obviously, Patrick Hoban has done it, and Adam Korn? Yeah, I feel like Adam Korn did that as well. I think the other person is Adam Korn. They probably said who the other person was, but if I just had to take a stab at it, I'm gonna say that Adam Korn obviously has won. He won Shonen Jumps in the past, and I believe he won National. So I'd have to say that Adam Korn would be the other person. So you guys saw this coming. It's a Zoodiac Beast mirror match. Zoodiac Kaiju's versus Noah Greene's. Pure Zoodiacs, although he does run the artifact engine, so I'm not really sure if it's just. I mean, I guess it's just pure. I mean, to be honest, it's like everything in the top cut was like Zoodiacs. To be honest, it's kind of crazy. I think when you add up if you take the 4 Infernoids that made day 2, if you consider those as Zoodiac hybrids, I think like Zoodiac took 28 out of 32 spots. And I think it's 24 if you don't, because obviously you saw like with Billy Break's deck, it definitely included some Zoodiacs in there. So anyways, Alex Rodriguez versus Noah Greene. Let's see if A-Rod can get it done. Good baseball name. Very, very good baseball name. I believe this is Team Jobber versus, oh, okay, looks like he is going to get max seed. Okay, maybe he has not ranked 3'd yet, because maybe he didn't know if he wanted to make, I guess, like, maybe he didn't know if he wanted to make Totem Bird or something else, but now he's kind of stuck with a bunch of crappy cards. He doesn't have Dryden either. That maxi is pretty big for Noah Greene, but Alex Rodriguez, I'm just calling him A-Rod. A-Rod has he's got a maxi in his hand as well, but yeah, currently A-Rod kind of has a crappy hand or a crappy field, because he has like obviously one Rapier. That doesn't really do anything. He's stuck on Broadbill, which super doesn't do anything. And then he has the Taketenberg and Terra Top, which also super doesn't do anything. So will Noah Greene be able to get this victory? To be completely honest, I've watched his matches. He just seems better than the people that he's playing against. Like, take no offense to that. I think I interrupted myself. This is a Team Jobber versus Card Guys what's it called, duel. But yeah, I've seen him play these mirror matches, and he just seems like a better player than the people that he is playing against. It doesn't seem like he gets better hands or anything, and the artifacts are just putting in work. Although in the last duel in the top 4, I think his opponent super overextended. He attacked into like 4 back row, and Noah went double mirror force and just, wow, that was something to see. And his opponent he didn't get completely blown out, but he like wasn't able to recover. He made Gaga Samurai when he probably should have made Daigusto Emerald to recover resources. And then in May phase 2, he tried to go Norden for Daigusto Emerald, but Noah Greene flipped over Dimensional Barrier. All right, so we have a return Terra Top. Let's see if we'll actually see a rank 3 here. Is he gonna max C? I think A-Rod may have just said, hold on, I'm thinking about doing something. And the fact that he threw down the Terra Top is inconsequential. It's not, it's public information. Okay, so he does want to do something. I guess he just wants to shut down Noah's turn. I don't actually like the maxi there, to be completely honest. Although it looks like he's going to counter with a Whip Tail. Okay. So looks like he will lose the Terra Top. I think I actually like it a little bit now. Oh my goodness, outplayed, outskilled. Noah Greene with a spicy Forbidden Chalice. Do we have those? Do we have those plays, Noah? I did not know that. I think I actually saw him at ARG Richmond. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I should have talked to him so I could pick his brain, get a little better at Yu-Gi-Oh! But that was a spicy play. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what actually just happened, obviously Forbidden Chalice can be played during the damage step, and the Dryden's effect will basically nullify. It'll get nullified and its attack will go to 0. And he will not be able to respond with Dryden's ability because obviously, it's during the damage step. And I'm not going to say Noah just won off of that one play, but you have to understand that Alex took a -1 with Maxi, which you never, ever, ever, ever want to do. And then he committed even more resources to the Dryden, which basically got ran over, while Noah took a +1 from Terratop. So, like, if you just look at that play, it's really bad. Now, it looks like Noah tried to activate Artifact Sanctum, and that is countered by Vanity's Emptiness, which what? I mean, to me it seems like either way you're getting locked out of your extra deck this turn, doesn't it, A-Rod? Like, I get that he didn't want him to get the artifact, because you know what I'm actually noticing? I'm actually noticing that sometimes in this matchup, whoever gets like a monster that's bigger than like 2,000 attack, like they're just at a big advantage, because you can just take that monster and just swing with it, and your opponent like has to go into the extra deck to counter it. And if you just keep locking out the extra deck, your like 2,000 monster just like kills them. But yeah, he doesn't get locked out of his extra deck by the effect of Artifact Scythe, but he does lock himself out with the Vanity's Emptiness. Now, if he has Barrage, okay, it perfectly makes sense, because obviously he can go Barrage and he can pop his own Vanities, or I mean, maybe he thinks he can just normal summon Whiptail and just beat him down with that. Like, that might work, because he does have like 4 monsters on board if he normal summons Whiptail. Like, that could be a legitimate win condition. He's just normal summons Whiptail, puts everything in attack mode, and he's just like, raw, I'm gonna just attack with everything. And well, I guess not rat tier or rat tier, because it has like no attack. But I mean, what does Taketenberg have? Like 500 attack? Like, I'd do that. Now, I think Terratop is like I think Terratop and Whiptail are like both 1,200 though, which is kind of odd. And it's not like anything is getting, well, no, he has Tenki. Okay, never mind. I think it actually is 1,200, but then it goes up like 100. So, oh, you know what? He might put the rat in attack mode, because she'll gain 100 attack, right? He's like, I don't think he thinks that it's going to last. Now, I also don't believe Noah plays Mirror Forces in the main, although I did see them in his side deck. Like, not one Mirror Force. He's like packing multiple Mirror Forces. All right, let's see what he'll do. I don't actually know what those face downs are. If he had something like another Forbidden Chalice, that'd be big. Why do I feel like I saw Flying Sea? That must have, there's no way I saw Flying Sea. It must have been something different. All right, so it looks like he wants to attack into Terratop. I could be wrong, but I believe that Whiptail's attack is like 1,200. I think Terratop is 1,200 too, but Tenki gives it 100. It could be like, I could totally be wrong. Whiptail could be like 14 or 16. I just think it's like 1,200. Oh, he main decks Mirror Force. Are you kidding me? This guy is main decking Mirror Forces. Wow, he makes him pick all those cards up. His normal summon has been committed as well, and the Vanities will stay. That is, wow, he main decks the Mirror Force? No, he actually main decks the Mirror Forces. And you know, it's kind of crazy. I was actually thinking about Quaking Mirror Force, and I was like, well, like, Blazing Mirror Force is going up, but then that gets countered by the fact that everyone's playing My Body as a shield. So, like, don't the other Mirror Forces, because Mirror Force looks really, really good right now, and it hasn't been good for at least 2 years, because, like, Zoodiacs are super susceptible to destruction, but, like, I don't know, Quaking and Storming are, like, you can't use My Body on them, so, you know, I see those cards as pretty decent. Also, people like to summon Bujin Kagasuchi and whatnot. So there's like another card that just kind of gets wrecked by like Quaking and Storming, maybe even Drowning, but Drowning's a little difficult because, you know, sometimes you have a field. Looks like Noah has Solemn Strike. He has Taketenberg. He has his own Whiptail too. Looks like he is going to normal. And he's going to attack. I think, yeah, honestly, I don't really see what you're getting out of Taketenberg. I just attack with it. You know what I mean? Like, if he had another Mirror Force, he could probably just, like, try and push for damage. Because I'm fairly certain that A-Rod's going to, like, summon an attack. I mean, why would you not? He draws an Instant Fusion. That doesn't appear to be that good. I mean, Noah's, at this point, I think he's just crossing his fingers and hoping that he uses a monster effect. Although, if he does strike something, that will free up the Vanities to, you know, like, he'll destroy the Vanities, and that will open up the Instant Fusion. So we'll see who reigns supreme, Team Jobber or Team Cart Guys. So he just goes with the Beat Stick, and that Tenki is actually very relevant right now. Attacks over Taketenberg, who has 600 attack. I'm glad they put it on screen, because I probably would have said 500. And Taketenberg goes down. What is Noah drawing? He drew Zoodiac Barrage, I believe, but obviously cannot resolve it. Vanities is coming in clutch, guys. This duel has stalled into Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh, as I have always called it. Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh is anytime you're basically just playing, you're playing Duel Links. You're playing me have big monster on field, me attack. Like, there's no complexity, there's no extra mechanics going on. It's like if you have skill drain or vanities on the field, you are playing Caveman Yu-Gi-Oh. Now Noah has to find a way to get out of this. I think his deck seems super susceptible to vanities though, but it's a limited card, so it is what it is. Unless he can get like, I think that's a Max C he drew. Unless he can get another one of those wanky tech choices, like he can get the Mirror Force. I mean, Alex can summon the smallest of monsters right now. I think that could be, yeah, it looks like double Whiptail on the field. He can summon like the smallest of monsters and do damage. All right, so he is going with a Terratop. Okay, and the poke game is real. That was actually a Max C, and and Noah saying that he did top deck. This is why Twin Twister is a thing. And I think he actually may have drawn a second copy of Whiptail. All right, yeah, it looks like Noah's gonna summon a Whiptail. And the question is, where does he go from here? Does he attack does he just crash into the Take-Tumberg just to get the vanities off the field? He is like so far behind now. I'm not sure how that really works. It's a shame, man. The vanities really slowed down this duel because I think Noah was drastically ahead. All right, so he is going to crash. Okay, so they both are 1200 attack. All right, so vanities will die. And maybe he goes for the barrage and he just hopes that those are bluffs. But I mean, he's going to run into a solemn. Yeah, I think that he has warning. Okay, well, no, he's not going to go into a solemn. All right, so he tries to Ghost Ogre and Noah's going to solemn. But I'm pretty sure that A-Rod has a solemn warning set. And he has more than enough life points where Noah Greene only has 700 life points. Thoroughblade is summoned. He does have the biggest monster currently on the board. And here's where the Max C doesn't really do that much for Noah because he just has so little bit of life points. Can I get a shout out to Gaga Samurai? I know no one runs that Gaga card, but still. Discards a card. I believe he drew another Barrage. And actually, no. He activates Dimensional Barrier, calling the Exceed mechanic, I would have to imagine. And yeah, Noah did draw a Barrage, and it's not looking very good for the card guys right now. He'll have to set the barrage as a bluff and pass. But he can only immediately Max C before the only thing he can do right now is basically Max C and hope that it scares Alex enough to where he won't be able to where he won't want to risk it. Maybe he'll think he's got a torrential or something. Mr. Alex Rodriguez, what will you do? That is the question. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I actually just realized that his name is Alexis and not Alex. But you know what? Alex it's in his name, so I don't really feel that bad. I don't feel like I'm mispronouncing it. I mean, Alex is in Alexis. I saw the X and I was like, oh, it's just Alex. I didn't even look at the other couple of letters. So, anyways, what will A-Rod do? He has committed at least one special summon to the Wild Boar. Noah's gonna need to get like some Ghost Ogres or something at this point, and yeah, he'll need some other hand traps that are not like Max C. He wasn't able to exceed, so if he draws like Whiptails, those won't really do anything. Obviously, one of the cards he has set we know is a bluff, and I mean, I guess you could have the possibility of like the Torrential or another Mirror Force. What will he do? I think he would have obviously benefited much more if the original Mirror Force he used was not Storming, but the regular Mirror Force or Quaking. But, you know, those are the breaks in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think you just go for Trident, just pop and then try and just kill. Like, try and just attack and say, hey, show me another Mirror Force. Otherwise, I have game. Okay, activates Dimensional Barrier, calling Exceed. All right, that actually might change things because he clearly responded to Alex's, he responded to his Dryden effect, so Trident won't be able to do much. He's gonna instant fusion. Huh, now this is interesting. He can still fusion, but he cannot exceed. Might he actually run some sort of synchros, or maybe will he like, has he normal summon? Can he tribute for a kaiju or something? Like that'd be interesting. Because I assume he just wants to get over the bigger Thoroughblade. Like if he tribute summoned for a kaiju, that would be a really nice play. He could get back Ghost Ogre and he could synchro maybe. Brings back Max C? I'm a little lost. Will he tribute from... Okay, I think he's going to tribute for a kaiju. Yeah, I think he's tributing. Okay, he tributes for Gamma. So all right, that's what he's doing. Okay. That's I was like, what the heck? That's actually a really spicy play. All right, that was a good play. All right, YouTube, we're going to jump back into game 2. I had a little bit of technical difficulties. I had to restart. It's crazy. This must be a good one, guys, because 4,400 people are actually watching this damn game. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this and disrupt a play. So good sportsmanship right there. Handshake. Might use that as the thumbnail once again. Anytime that it shows the players shaking hands, I definitely like that. All right, so... Noah's going first. We got the green card sleeves. None of that standard pink nonsense, or excuse me, white nonsense. I wish they would have actually had pink. I just wish there'd be one finals where they would like force the players to be mandatory pink card sleeves. Like that would be so awesome. I don't understand how people can't like pink card sleeves. They're vibrant and they pop, they stand out, they're good. I like that kind of like dull pink too, like that Majin Buu pink. It's so beautiful. All right, so No Green's gonna start. No Green's gonna start this match, and again, he's going to basically have to run this back. He's going to have to win 2 in a row. I believe that Alexis has Max C, and yeah, at resolution, he is going to activate the Max C. That's going to force Noah into a tight spot. Anytime your Barrage gets Max C'd, you're just in a really bad spot because you're automatically giving your opponent a 1-for-1, but like you really don't want to just leave a Zoodiac out there by itself. So a lot of times you want to maybe overlay for like a Trantia, and it's like you're just pretty much giving your opponent the +1. Now, he did actually go for Rat here, and to me that pretty much signals that he's not going to stop. He's at least going to do 1 Exceed summon, and if he goes straight into Dryden, I think he'll stop there. That's what he does. Simple +1. Let's see, he has Chalice, he has an instant fusion, and I'm looking at Alexis's hand, and it says that he has double Whiptail, Regeki, Twin Twister, double Barrage. This is a really, really good hand. And actually, he got an Interrupted Slumber as well. In fact, I think that is what he has his thumb on right there at the top of the screen. That did look like, I thought that maybe that was another Twin Twister, but it's an Interrupted Slumber. Like, he should be able to completely blow Noah out of the door right here. Granted, Noah does have a Max C in his hand. Like, I mean... if you think about him just activating an Interrupted Slumber, not only is Drantia going to get no value, but then you bring out the bigger Kaiju, you just run your opponent's monster over, you put them in a tight spot, you give them Gamma Seal so that the Forbidden Chalice is like not a factor, which obviously he doesn't know Noah has Forbidden Chalice. If he gets Stormy Mirror Force, you just summon that same Kaiju back. Like, in fact, I don't even understand why he's activating Zoodiac Barrage. This seems like a massive misplay. He has 2 ways in his hand to completely out, because I feel like he's actually giving Noah Greene an opportunity to get value out of his Dryden, which he shouldn't. Noah Greene has no business getting any value out of this Dryden. Like, you have Regeki and Interrupted Slumber. Use one of them. Like, this play to me makes 0 sense. By the way, he's now under Max C. I don't know if I mentioned that, but now you've given Noah the 1-for-1, which you were probably going to have to do that anyway. Even if you activate an Interrupted Slumber, Noah Greene could obviously like Max C that, but then you just beat him down with a Kaiju. Like, you don't really have to worry about going any further than that. I don't understand this play from Alexis at all. To be honest, it looks like he should have blown, like, with his opening hand and how strong it was, and the fact that he didn't need to, like, he didn't really need to go into mass summoning to get over the Dryden. Now, obviously, he'll just blow up the Thoroughblade with the Dryden. It seems like he has just opened the door for Noah to actually be in this duel, when, to me, Noah has no business even being in this duel right now. Like, he had so many ways of just killing Dryden, making it get no effect, and giving Noah nothing more than a 1-for-1 and just blowing him out with like Kaiju Beatdown. Because we clearly saw in game 1 that like Big Monster Beatdown can win you a duel. He won he won game 1 strictly because he had Vanities and he had the biggest monster on the field. And he sets 5 in the back row. I don't understand this. Like, I can't comprehend this play at all. I mean, granted, the only thing that Alexis did there was he kind of fizzled out Noah's max seed. But to me, this is a duel that Noah shouldn't be in at all. Like, Noah should be basically going to lose next turn, and Alexis has basically just left it. Not to mention, he lets him keep the Trident on board for what? He can easily turn that Trident into a Broadbow and just go +1 off of it. A monster that had no business even living is now going to essentially get Noah a +1. I feel like if Alexis loses this game, I feel like he lost this game based on the first card that he activated. The fact that he didn't destroy that Trident instantly will be the reason why he lost this game. If somehow he ends up losing, which he had no business losing this game. I feel like this is how YCS championships are just like thrown, to be honest. This is like Atlanta Falcons versus DP-Ygo. This is how games get thrown. You think, oh, I've got this. I've got so many cards. And then you just make mistake after mistake after mistake. And oops, I ended up losing. All right, so now Noah is able to bring out Rapier, and he is able to go on the Broad Bull, detach Wild Bow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you would have just killed Trident with Interrupted Slumber, none of this would be happening right now. Like, you had a Regeki and an Interrupted Slumber. Why is any of this even happening? Noah has no business having any of these monsters right now. But Alexis was just like, I don't want to win this match, Noah. I'm punting on it. You take this win. He gets another plus from the Broad Bull search. Now Noah can easily go into Daigusto Emerald and just search more and get even more recovery. Like, Noah's basically, he's evening up the game state. Yeah, he must be listening. This is why I say it appears to me in all of these duels that Noah is just massively outplaying his opponent. Like, it looks like he's just smarter than them. I'm not trying to sit here and dick ride the kid. I'm just saying, like, it just looks like he's playing better than them. And I understand hindsight and pressure and all that, but like, what you got to get is Alexis was like +3, and now the duel's basically even. And it's like, what? You had Regeki and Interrupted Slumber. Like, I'm gonna do some card counting. Let's see. He's got 5, 6. I count 6 cards. I don't know if this is an extra card, maybe like a 7th card, or which one is like actually his deck. All I see is like green cards. All I know is Alexis got a +1 from Maxi, and he had Regeki and Interrupted Slumber. And Noah was like down in cards, and he didn't really get any pluses. And now he's just got pluses, and he's slow rolling, which is brilliant. Like, there's no reason for you to overextend in this matchup. Like, why should he put 2 monsters in attack mode when he himself plays Mirror Force? And he's also playing Starlight Road. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that card since the Zexal era. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, even though this format is super fast, this whole way that this format is being played with all this mash removal, I have to say I fucking love it. All of this mash removal of like Regeki and Torrential Tribute and Mirror Forces, like this feels like Zexal. This feels like Zexal era. You know what I mean? When like mash removal was good and like people played Starlight Road and like My Body as a Shield and shit. Now, of course, I think was Heavy Storm legal? No, I think Heavy Storm wasn't legal at that point in the Zexal format, but Torrential was at 2, so it was basically like the same. Because if you tried to overextend, you just get Torrential. I've talked about that many times. It's one of my, it honestly might be my favorite form. It's like right when they took Ignition Priority out of the game. All right, so here's the crazy thing. He now chooses to Regeki. I'm pretty sure Noah's going to blow him the fuck out with the Starlight Road, which he does. And if Alexis doesn't have like a solemn warning, he'll have to deal with it because he has no Solemn Strike. You can't Solemn Strike a Starlight Road. When's the last time you guys saw Starlight Road resolved in a YCS finals? This could be honestly a first. This could literally be it. He has to read Starlight Road. He doesn't even know what it does. When 2 or more cards on your side of the field would be destroyed, negate the activation of that card, summon a Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. There you go. There's Starlight Road. And Starlight Road has to be on your side of the field. It's not like Huge Revolution is over. So he's like, Starlight, what? What is this? Now, do you understand how much this duel has snowballed out of control to where now Noah not only was he able to keep his Trident and get advantage out of it, he was able to recover with a Daigusto Emerald. He's able to actually negate the Regeki now. He's chaining Twin Twister. I mean, that's a good play. That's not going to stop the Stardust Dragon or anything like that. I guess by the way, what if he hits like an artifact or some shit? Like, what if he hits like, are you sure you want a Twin Twister against a deck that plays artifacts? That seems really short-sighted and just silly. I mean, that's just my opinion, but it's like, whatever. I mean, this game has just snowballed like so far out of control to where, okay, so you got a strike and a bluff instant fusion, but it just seems like this game has snowballed so far in the favor of Noah, where Noah just, he shouldn't even have been in this duel at all. And Alexis was just like, I don't want to win this duel. I'm going to do every single thing possible to make sure you win. I will not use Regeki at the time that I should have. I will not use Interrupted Slumber, because now he can't even use it because Stardust will just negate it. So, you know what I mean? Usually when you resolve Starlight Road, you don't lose those duels. And what's in his hand? All right, so he activates Zoodiac Barrage, which is like can just get popped anyways because he still has Trident. From what I've seen, he hasn't used Trident, so it's not like he can't just detach and pop it. But I guess he figures, A, I'll just let you use the Trident. I'll let you summon the monster. Nope, he is actually going to use the Trident. Yeah, you just use the Trident. You just pop it. I guess you wouldn't want them to use the Trident because I think that can't Thoroughblade activate off of Barrage, and then he might be able to get, you know, a card out of his hand and like luck sack you. He's going to activate Fire Formation Tenki. I think, is that a Take Timberg in Noah's hand? I feel like that's a Take Timberg in his hand. He gives him the okay. I think he's trying to decide, do I want to go for Rat? Do I want to go with Whiptail? He does decide on Rat. There's the normal summon. And I mean, right now, if Noah has like a dimensional barrier, like the game's over. Like he'll basically just kill Alexis next turn. If he can get to like his whole combo, yeah, I guess he can come back. But like if this Rat runs into any resistance, like an Artifact Sanctum or like a D barrier, like this duel is over. And I'll just look at it and be like, how did you lose this duel, Alexis? It seemed, I don't even play Zoodiacs, but I'm fairly certain I could have just won this duel. And I don't even play the deck, so. All right, looks like he's activating combo. No, okay, I thought he was gonna activate combo to send some cards back, but nope, turns out he is not. Or at least he's not gonna do that right now. Now, the good thing about Stardust is it kind of locks your opponent out of that Trident play, because if they do go for Trident, they're trying to pop something, obviously Stardust will be like, I don't think so. And the Stardust is just free, it's just free candy. Like, I mean, Noah brought it out for freezies, so. But he might be trying to bait out the Trident so that he can use Interrupted Slumber. I'm not exactly sure. All right, looks like he wants to go for Broad Bull. Questions are, what are those set cards for Noah? It was unfortunate that Alexis hit, he did hit the Bluff Instant Fusion, which just didn't really do much for Noah right now. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he's not that hung up on the Instant Fusion. The Solemn obviously was a big one because he could have just Solemn this Succeed Summon and could have called it a day pretty much. All right, so he is going to go for Tiger Mortar. And he's activating the effect, swap out materials. And what material shall you be adding, friendo? Oh, is that a Chalice? I feel like I saw a Chalice set. All right, so he is going to Chalice right here. Okay, so he does actually Chalice the Tiger Mortar. And okay, interesting enough. That basically stops that. He'll still have the ability to go in the Trident, I guess. But as of right now, like, he should definitely not use the Slumber. If he uses the Slumber, like, he will have 100% thrown this game because Stardust will negate the Slumber instantly. It'll negate the activation. Stardust won't come back, for those of you who don't know, because it wasn't properly synchro summoned, but that doesn't matter. Like, you're just getting advantage out of the Stardust pop. Even though Slumber can get him a card during his next turn, I feel like he should bring out Trident and make the Stardust Dragon, and then try to capitalize with the Slumber. All right, so he does have the Trident on board. I mean, he could probably like attack first. No, it has no attack stats. All right, so he is targeting the Stardust Dragon. Oh, My Body as a Shield. We have those? My Body as a Shield. Swagger. Oh, man. I think Noah smells the mass removal. I think he's saying, I'm not giving up my Stardust. He plays Interrupted Slumber. Now he gives up the Stardust. Very smart. And what this does is this keeps tempo for Noah because he still gets to keep the Digustal Emerald. He can just, and he passed. I think he's going to kill, I think he might kill Alexis this turn. Like, if he draws anything good off that that effect, unless, what's it called? Unless Alexis has like Ghost Ogre or something like that. Maybe he draws a Ghost Ogre and he pops the Daigusto Emerald or something. If not, I actually think that Noah just kills him this turn. 6,200 life points is not like pretty much anything. Noah still has the ability to put pretty much all his Zoodiacs, or the important ones, back into his deck. He has the ability to, he should have the ability to do a couple of rat plays here and just bring out the that there Gaga Samurai. And I mean, Gaga Samurai plus Daigusto Emerald will almost kill him. Plus he still has his normal. I mean, Shay can normal summon Max C if he really needs to. Now, wait, Alexis does have Ghost Ogre. That could change things. I believe he'll Ghost Ogre right now, and he does not. Okay. I guess he feels like it's his only defensive card, so don't Ghost Ogre, but whatever. I think I might have, but whatever. What was that he drew? I mean, if he gets a summon, if he gets a monster that can like, or if he gets a card that like summons without him using his normal summon, like if he gets an instant fusion or something like that, I think the game is like really over. All right, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. All right, so he does use the Ghost Ogre. Noah has not committed his normal summon. That's why I say things like, all right, so Noah's going to go for the Whiptail. He then brings out the Wild Boar. Then let's see. It looks like he's going for Broad Bull. And not exactly sure where he wants to go from here. I mean, he's got an open field. I honestly feel like if he has just like another way of getting a big damage card on board, I feel like he's just going to win the duel. And I mean, it's just kind of crazy. I just can't get over the fact that it feels like Alexis punted for this game. It just feels like he punted this game. Now, it does look like Noah's just going to take the advantage, and he's just going to kind of cash in a little bit of damage that he has on board. The thing about it is he has a Max C and a Book of Moon to back him up, so like Alexis is holding like what, one card? I mean, how's he going to? No, I think he has a couple of cards, but like if you look at the cards that he has, the quality of cards that he has are just not as good as what Noah has. And Noah's gonna back his Max C and his Book of Moon up with a Trident. And man, YCSs are lost like this, guys. If Noah Greene wins this YCS, we can all look at the turning point and think, wow, this is when Alexis pretty much just punted on this YCS. So he's going to give him Dogoran, but what does that do? That just gives him more damage. Like, you need to be able to basically play around that. Now, he does still have the Search, and okay, I guess he does, like, he can get a bigger monster, but I don't know, man. The Book of Moon still looks really good for Noah. He still has Max C. If Noah's smart, he'll actually just Max C here, so before he can even drop the Lightning Strike Kaiju, he can just draw a card, and then he can kind of lock Noah out of being able to do any Zoodiac stuff. And that's exactly what Noah does. He says, look, I'm going to Max C you. If you want to summon your Kaiju, you're going to have to give me free cards for it. And then if Noah draws anything like, if he draws any like Regeki or something, or a Mirror Force, then obviously he can just like instantly win during that turn. Because, I mean, Alexis is only at 3,200 life points. Like, he can literally die and, just a little bit of damage. The Dogoran will almost kill him. So we'll see where this goes. Getting a 1-for-1 off of it. I mean, he has the special summon. If he doesn't, he dies. So he has to give Noah a card, period. And he does. He goes for the Kaiju. Now, I would think that you'd want to attack your opponent's Kaiju, because like the Daigusto Emerald is not a threat anymore. Like, why would you even bother with the Daigusto Emerald if you can just kill it at any time? It's not a threat. Like, if you get deburied right here, if you don't know what Noah's back row is. Like, if you get deburied, then the Dogoran could like crash into your Rapier, and that would suck because it has 0 attack. Well, I guess 100 attack because of Tinky, but you get what I'm saying. Like, kill the Kaiju, man. The what's it called? The Daigusto Emerald is not really a threat. So he is gonna Book of Moon the Rapier, because even though he's under Max C, I think that Noah's just like, I don't want to deal with any more of your extra deck monsters. I think maybe I would have actually let him. I think I would have actually let him exceed, because if he went into Drantia, I probably just would have booked it, but then he probably would have lost both monsters. So maybe that's what he's thinking. I would have tried to see maybe if he didn't go for Drantia Trident, like maybe if he would have just kept giving me cards, but I don't know. I still feel like Noah's at an advantage here, because he does have like Terratop and Taketomborg in his hand, so he can go for an Exceed play. I wonder if he plays the Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Like, that could be super good. All right, so he's going to run over the He decides to run over the Gesto Emerald for some reason. I think that it is far less of a threat, but he does it. Now it looks like Noah just picked up a copy of Starlight Road. Now if he did play Breaksword, he'd be able to go like rank 3, blow up the Starlight Road, blow up the Kaiju, and then just attack for game. Well, almost game anyways. All right, he would leave Alexis with a mere 200 life points. Looks like he is going to rank 3, and I think he's checking his graveyard to see what he still has left. Because at this point, you really just have to think, what do I still have in my extra deck? What do I still have in my main deck? Because if he can't actually get over that Kaiju, Alexis could possibly beat him. Like, it could just be one of those situations where he doesn't have a Dryden and he can't out the damn thing. But like in general, I feel like Alexis thoroughly threw this game away. Like, if you ask me, did he deserve to win game 2? Absolutely not. I think, to be honest, I feel like Noah has actually just completely outplayed him this game. I just feel like he had the vanities game 1. Like, I don't feel like he's proven that he's been the better duelist here at all in any regards, because he should have just thoroughly won this game already. But he decided, hey, winning's too easy. Got to make it hard. All right, so looks like Noah is going to go with X-Saber Invoker, and the question is, where does he go from here? I guess he doesn't play Phantom Knights of Breaksword, because if he did, I think he would have set the Starlight Road, and he would have just used Breaksword on the Kaiju, and just kind of gone from there. Looks like he's going to summon a Thoroughblade, and Thoroughblade, I believe, does piercing damage. So where does he go from Thoroughblade? You know what's funny? If he can actually get that damn this Tiger Mortar that he's making big enough, he can just run over Rapier and win. And I believe that's exactly what just happened. Yeah, he just says, hey, doesn't Rapier have 0 defense? And he just runs it over, and Alexis does not look too thrilled. He looks very upset. I don't understand why he's upset. He literally threw that game away through like 3 completely different ways. I have no idea what his turn 1 strategy was. Like, why would you set the Regeki? Why would you set the Interrupted Slumber? None of those plays made any sense. Why would you activate Barrage when you could have just killed the Trident from Jump Street? Like, nothing he did in that turn 1 made any sense at all. If someone can explain to me in the comment section how those plays made sense, because maybe they're just gone over my head. Like, why would you not just use Barrage? You force out Noah's Maxi, you get the bigger monster on board, and you get rid of Trident. Like, you accomplish 3 things in 1 card. I don't, and you were already +1 off the Maxi anyways. So, I mean, whatever. I don't know. Not to mention you were going 2nd, so you already had another +1 from going 2nd. So I just didn't really understand what he was trying to do by like setting 5 cards and just, I don't know, throwing the game. All right, so the Denko you see there, obviously ain't nobody bringing in no Denkos in a mirror match. That's just not really going to happen. You used to see it sometimes with Necros players, oddly enough. Like, it's weird. Like, I saw a Necros mirror match decided by Denko. It was just like, what? You would just never think Necros mirror match, Denko Sega, but it happened. Necros was a deck that was historically known for running like no back row traps. All right, a little bit of siding. You'd have to imagine that Alexis is going to go first in this match, and this is Zoodiac is a match where if you open Terra Top, you can just win off of that if your opponent doesn't have like Maxi or some way to stop it. I do think that Noah's build probably lends itself to bricking a little harder, because he plays things like Artifact Safe, which if you draw that card, you just cry, because I don't think he has any like Artifact Ignitions or anything, and he hasn't even really, Artifact Engine hasn't really done much so far for him. It's really been like Chalice and Forbidden Lance and stuff like that. It's been Forbidden Chalice and My Body is a Shield. That's what I was thinking of. Quick plays coming back in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been a while since we've seen quick plays in the format, but as of right now, we got a lot. The quick plays I saw today. I saw Enemy Controller, My Body as a Shield, Book of Moon. Is there one more I'm missing? Book of Moon. Well, I guess Twin Twister. The Spell and Trap Destruction is always there, but like not that. I guess it's just like My Body as a Shield, Book of Moon, and Enemy Controller, which are cards that you just don't really see that much. So got a little bit of pile shuffling going into the final duel, and this is going to decide it. YCS winner will be decided. It's kind of funny because I feel like Noah should have won game 1. I feel like he kind of got luck stacked by the Vanities. And I think that Alexis should have won game 2, and I think he just threw the game away. So it'll be interesting to see how this third round goes, but so far, I'm not sure that I have a read on this. Well, actually, I kind of do. I think that Noah has been playing better, to be honest. All right, but he has he's going second, and sometimes if you don't open with Max C, you get wrecked. So you open with double my body as a shield and a Tenki Mirror Force. Not sure how that looks. Alex Rodriguez is going second, and he opened with Torrential Tribute, which is pretty much a terrible card going first. It's kind of a terrible card, doesn't extend your plays, and plus with Zoodiac, if you make a big board, Torrential Tribute is like the last card you want because it cracks your own board. So, but if he has like Terratop or Barrage, he can easily just go nuts, and he can make like one of those super big fields. But overall, let's see. Noah has Rapier, Tenki, Two My Bodies, and Mirror Force. Okay, so I don't really think that's the strongest hand going second, but at least we know that My Body can counter the Torrential, but it does look like Alex Rodriguez opened with Max C and Terratop, in addition to Solemn Strike and Cosmic Cyclone. If I just had to evaluate these two hands, I'd say obvious, like Alex's hand is like significantly stronger than Noah Greene's. Like, I don't want to say that he should win here. He probably should. His hand is so much. The fact that Noah has nothing to really stop anything that he's doing, no Ghost Ogre, like nothing. It seems like his hand is so much stronger than Noah's. I'm not trying to say he should coast to victory, but I mean, anytime Noah tries to overextend, he has a Solemn to just stop any Xyz summon. Then he has a Max C to counter. He also has a Cyclone that can just instantly get rid of a Barrage or a Tenki. And then he has Torrential Tribute, which actually is pretty much dead because, like, you make a big board with Zoodiac's turn 1, so Torrential is like just completely counterproductive. If he is gonna make Daigusto Emerald here, and he's gonna make Dryden as well, like, you wouldn't want to make 3 Xyz monsters and then like just give them all up. I kind of wonder if Xyz Universe can be played like right now. That's actually because I mean Zoodiac is just like so Xyz based. I just kind of wonder if maybe Xyz Universe can be a good card against the deck. It's kind of crazy. You think at like the beginning of the 5Ds era, or excuse me, the Arc V era, and you think about like Talonites and needing 3 cards to Xyz for like Trevier, and like Deltaros, and now you have Zoodiac that Xyz with like 1 card. It's like, what the fuck? What happens? 3 years, and every year we just use less cards to Xyz. Now, like next year, it's just gonna be like no Xyz, no materials Xyz. You just activate a spell and you just Xyz. All right, so he goes into the Daigusto Emerald, puts 2 of the rats back in his deck, and shuffles them up along with that Wild Bow or Wild Boar. I think it's called Wild Bow in like the TCG and Wild Boar in the OCG, or Bow something. It's like a dumb name in the TCG. I just call it Wild Boar. All right, so he'll draw another card. I mean, I think his hand's pretty good. I think he might have actually just drawn a Whiptail, which I don't really think increases how good his hand actually is. Yeah, I don't think it actually makes his hand any better. So Noah draws an Artifact Sanctum. It's kind of crazy. I feel like if he had like a Regeki or something, any match removal, I feel like he could just completely go in on Alex. But the real problem is the fact that he has 2 My Bodies, and if Alexis just Solemns, like both My Bodies become instantly dead. Like if he just Solemns the first Xyz that Noah throws out, like the My Bodies are just bad. Like they don't do anything. Now, I believe he's gonna let the Tenki go, which I would probably just Cosmic Cyclone, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. You have the Solemn to stop a summon, so yeah, I think it's more important to stop summons, I guess, than stop searching, because not like Thoroughblade's gonna kill you from hand. All right, so normal summons Thoroughblade. Looks like he's gonna activate the effect to get rid of the Rapier in his hand. Draw a new card. Keep in mind he can obviously Solemn this, but looks like he's not going to Solemn that. And I think Noah may have drawn a Whiptail there, or is that Terratop? It's definitely like some sort of effect monster. All right, he has Mirror Force. Okay, so he did draw Terratop. The crazy thing is, if Dryden pops it, he can just summon Terratop. But if he does pop it, obviously he's going to activate My Body as a shield. That's all right. So he is going to try and pop, and My Body as a Swag comes down. You know what's kind of crazy here? not only will the Trident die, he'll actually be able to kill the X-Saber Invoker as well, because he's going to get a replay, because the monster he declared an attack on is dead, and he then gets a replay, well, giving up 1,500 life points. Yeah, he basically gets 2 for 1. But this is like the best case scenario that Noah could have possibly gotten. That's kind of crazy, because this really could have been terrible for him. But not only has he gotten value out of his My Body as a shield, but he's basically gotten to kill 2 of Alexis's monsters. This is like the absolute best case scenario that could have possibly happened for Noah, to be honest. All right, so now I think he needs to try and go for an Exceed play. It's pretty obvious. If he can get Dryden out, he can obviously get rid of the what's it called, Daigusto Emerald, which it's not really a threat to him. It's just more or less about limiting his options to recover. But I'm pretty sure Alexis, if he tries to go for Trident, will immediately use Solemn. Like, I don't think you want to allow your opponent to get that monster on board. I think you wait for the Trident too, or I guess you don't. He just did it on the Tiger Mortar, which I guess is fine too. Now the thing is, Noah can go Terra Top because he actually has an empty board, so you might have actually helped him a little bit there. And it's interesting because I feel like Noah can actually just recover now, because if he can still get the Trident, then I mean he can still actually just get at your Daigusto Emerald. The question is, will you have enough materials to kill it? Plus, I guess he could just wait until Alexis' turn, but then, then he uses his Trident pop on that, a monster that isn't that much of a threat, but we'll have to see where it goes. Do you make X-Saber Invoker here? Do you make Totem Bird? What is Totem Bird's attack? Is it like 1,900? Is it bigger than the 1,800 of Daigusto Emerald, I guess? But I think he's probably not. He's just going to go for X-Saber Invoker, just to special summon maybe, and then use that monster to see again. Because I don't think he really fears Alexis's back row after, dealing with the strike. Although, oh yeah, Alexis had the Max C. Oh, okay. That does change things. The Max C was waiting in the wind. See, that's why Max C is such a big deal here. Like, if Alexis doesn't have the Max C, I think he's probably going to be feeling it right now. But he does that. He has Speedroid Terra Top, which is not live right now. I mean, I guess he can normal summon it, but who the fuck wants to do that? It is worth noting, though, if Noah Greene blows up the if he actually blows up the Daigusto Emerald, he'll kind of do exactly what Alexis just did for him. He'll free up a zone for him to be able to use the copy of Terra Top, like to its maximum potential. All right. Now Alexis drew. Oh, he goes for the Twin Twister play, the Torrential play, and My Body as a Swag is going to come down. Okay. Noah's saying, I want to keep my monsters. All right. Now he did draw a Twin Twister. Here's the interesting thing here. That Artifact Sanctum, at first I thought the Mirror Force was the important card. The important card here is the Artifact Sanctum. I think look, it looks like it's going to be a 50-50 in the end phase. I think that if Noah Greene, if he hits the Sanctum, I actually think Alexis will win this duel. I think he can easily play around one back row. I think he'll actually just kill Noah during his next turn. If he hits the Mirror Force, I think he's going to lose this duel. Because I think Noah's going to flip over. He's going to go Scythe. That Terra Top ain't going to be worth shit. The Instant Fusion is going to be useless. The Twin Twister is going to be useless. And oh my goodness, my heart. He ended up hitting the Sanctum, the exact card he needed. I think Noah Greene has just lost the championship off that, because the Mirror Force, well, he just drew another Cosmic Cyclone, but which obviously the Mirror Force is not chainable. See, that's why if he would have hit the Mirror Force, he could have just chained the Sanctum. He could have brought out Scythe, and Alexis's turn right now would just end. Like, all of his entire hand would be nothing. Like, it would be completely useless. The Whiptail would be able to summon it and attack, I guess. But then Noah Greene could probably just like kill him during the next turn, because he'd have one Exceed on the field, plus he'd have an artifact. And I'm pretty sure that if Alexis set a bunch of bluffs, I'm pretty sure Noah would just ignore them. Like if he set Instant Fusion, Twisters, and Cosmic Cyclone, I think Noah would just try and ignore them and try and kill him during his next turn. But I think I really think that was a 50-50. Like, I don't know if Alexis realizes it, but I think he just won this championship based on a 50-50. I think if he ends up sniping out the Mirror Force, I think he loses during his next turn. But like Noah can't stop any of this now. The artifact safe that would have been summoned by Sanctum, it would have completely changed this duel. This Norden wouldn't have happened. The Terratop plus Taketenberg into like an Exceed wouldn't have happened. Now here's the thing: can he just go into Utopia the Lightning and just kill him? Because pretty sure Dryden has like 0 attack, right? And Utopia the Lightning goes to 5,000. So just make Utopia the Lightning and like attack the Dryden and just kill him. You don't have to do any, unless he, I guess Zoodiac players don't have space for Lightning because they're running all these other cards. But like literally he could just make Utopia the Lightning right now and just kill him. He could just attack, detach 2, and like the game's over. He doesn't have to do any of these other plays. He would technically, like, he already has game on board. That's what I'm saying. Like the art, like him hitting the and plus Mirror Force wouldn't have worked on it either. Like him hitting that Sanctum instead of the Mirror Force, I really believe just decided this YCS. I think if he hits the Mirror Force, I think Noah Greene actually wins this match. Unless his top deck is like Twin Twister or just a card he can't use at all. If it's any monster he can like normal summon, I think he actually wins. But I mean, I guess that's neither here nor there. If it's instant fusion, then he super wins. Because I'm pretty sure like 90% chance that he gets, excuse me, that he's going to die here. 5,000 life points is not a lot when you can't defend yourself from Zoodiacs. It looks like he's, okay, so he went Tiger Mortar. All right. Yeah, see, he still has another Exceed. Like, yo, bro, bust out that young Utopia. He obviously doesn't play Utopia, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he has ways of going into like Broadbow or whatever. Looks like he's gonna pop the X-Saber Invoker, and you have to understand that the Dryden has 0 attack right now, so like it's basically like attacking a vanilla. He goes into Gaga Samurai. Noah offers him the handshake, and sometimes them be the breaks. You know what I mean? I don't know either one of these players. I think they both played fine. Well, excuse me. I feel like I just said that. Just as a little cop-out. I feel like Noah thoroughly outplayed Alexis. I feel like he, through game 1, got lucky game... I feel like he got lucky game 1, completely through game 2, and then got lucky in game 3 again. But I don't really feel like Noah ever got lucky, except for him, I guess Alexis throwing game 2. But, I mean, those are the breaks. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! There's luck in the game, so... You have a new YCS champion, guys. Alexis Rodriguez, first ever YCS championship for him. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and leave your comments in the comment section below.